Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy back in the hard hat here. Jesse Miller, the lead engineer for the Roundabout on Willow Avenue and 59 and Long. And Jesse, it looks like the project is in full swing since we last spoke about, a couple months ago?
Yep. Yeah, it's been going pretty good despite the weather. As you can see in the background, we got the perennials going in and the shrubs, a lot of curb and gutter in. They're scheduled to start paving the northbound side or the eastbound side Tuesday of next week. Then if we finish that, we'll pull the Jersey barriers and start the final leg on the east or the west side, excuse me. So, it's coming along pretty good.
Okay. So we're actually filming this the first week of July, so next week is actually the week that we're airing this show. So
Sure.
things will start taking more shape on the south side.
The south side, the west, the east side, it gets confusing. But yeah, by next week, where we're standing, it'll be all bituminous, and everything that you see on the back will have the sidewalk and some light poles up and all the shrubs. So, and he won't be allowed to be driving on the new pavement. So.
All right. So has the project been delayed much by the weather, the soggy weather, or it's been pretty much on track?
They've been fighting the weather, of course. I think everybody has been, but they've been able to work days that it's been raining. With the sidewalks, always a little tough, but they've been doing pretty good. It's still scheduled to open up the 15th that week.
Okay.
So, if everything holds true, we should still be open sometimes around there. So.
So the week that this is airing, this week, you're going to be closing down. Willow is still going to remain closed, and then Long is also going to remain closed?
Correct. As July 7th, that's Monday, I believe, we're going to leave Willow closed, and then we're going to close Long as well again so we can get that stage done. And then that way we can, kind of train everybody when we open it up which direction they're actually supposed to be going. Mm-hmm. So like right now on the Long side, when you come in, to go north, when we open up the roundabout, that's not you're not supposed to make that movement. So we just got to retrain everybody kind of.
Right.
So.
And I'm assuming that signage will be put in the coming weeks too, in the next week or so.
Yep, correct. Yep, we'll be putting in the signs all next week. And, I think if somebody hasn't driven through it, it'll be a little confusing. But if you look at the signs, it kind of makes sense at first. And then as you get used to it, you'll notice that it's the way to go. So
just don't watch the Lampoon's European Vacation.
That's don't
not.
Do that. No, don't do that.
All right. But okay, so on this side, it looks like, is that kind of where the bike or the pedestrian area will be, or are they all?
As you can see, the curb's kind of curb cut out there. There's the curb ramp, and then there's a bike path that goes along, that side, so you can get people through.
Okay.
Yep.
So it does. It looks like it's taking shape quite nicely here, and we're at the site of the roundabout here in Detroit Lakes with Jesse Miller, the lead engineer from MnDOT, and we're going to get a little tour via truck coming up next. We'll take a gander at the roundabout as it takes shape. I think we're going to get the half roundabout.
Half roundabout, correct. Okay. We'll start at the north and go through, or south and go to the north, so
okay. All right.
We'll go from there.
So when we come back, we'll be in the truck with more Hometown Happenings. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings. We're back in the truck, and we're here with Jesse Miller, who is from MnDOT, the lead engineer on the Roundabout project in Detroit Lakes. We're going to take a little tour. I guess it's not a virtual tour anymore. We're on the real thing. So, Jesse, now we're driving on Willow. I wanted to describe where we're at here.
We're heading west on Willow, and we'll make a right northbound onto 59.
And as we're looking here, the bike lanes and the pedestrian lanes are off to the right. And what will be right here? That's just going to be grass, kind of.
On the left-hand side, it's concrete median. Okay. It'll be concrete similar to, I guess, what you can see on the right if you can see it. Okay. And then as we come along here, you can see the pink stakes. That's where the peds will be able to get out. And then we have a bike path that sweeps around the radius as you go around.
And the holding pond there will remain.
Yep, that's our sediment pond. Yep.
We're not going to get run over by a payloader.
We got it on video.
I look good on the GoPro. That's the excitement for today. All right, so we're rounding the corner and we would be heading north.
Yep. Go right, not like he did to the left. So, yep, we'll go right. And then now we're facing to the north. And if you would have wanted to go on to Long back there, you'd have remained going to the left and, around the circle. And but
So you build it half at a time. Obviously, you've kept Highway 59 open for the entire project, and that seemed to work pretty well.
yeah, usually, the last one that we built, we had a detour, but with 59 and the lakes and everything, we don't have a good detour route, for this area. So the challenge was how are we going to do it half at a time, and I think we've got, we got it figured out. I mean, we get some bugs out if we were to do it again, but it works pretty well so far.
Right. So how is it talking on a microphone and trying to drive around a roundabout? This is more than most people will usually do.
Right, yeah.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, no, yeah, let's not do this one.
Do not attempt this at home on your own.
I'll try to attempt to turn around.
All right. Why don't we take a break and we'll be back and head south on 59 with Jesse Miller on Hometown Happenings. We're back on Hometown Happenings. We're heading north now. We're coming in from the south on 59 on the roundabout in Detroit Lakes, and Jesse kind of navigate us through this roundabout.
Again, now we're heading north, like you said. You're coming up to the roundabout. You can see now that the curb, we'll be able to drive on. The bituminous will be level with this curb that we're driving on right now.
How about let's look at the plantings. They're planting right now, like you said, and the plants that they plant are supposed to get higher. Is that the idea, so that you can't really see around the roundabout?
You can see the berm is higher, and that's so traffic can't come through and think that they go straight. I mean, they're forwarded to the right, so you can't just come through and drive through.
And we should just note that trucks will not be driving towards you.
Coming at us like that.
Okay. We are in construction mode right now.
Right. But here you go, and now you can either go right and you can go east into town on Willow, or proceed north onto, on 59 and go around the roundabout. As you can see, this is where we came out before. And if you wanted to go, say, to Long, you'd continue around the roundabout and go this way. But obviously we can't do that with the Jersey barrier now, but.
All right. Well, Jesse, I appreciate you taking us out on a tour today. I know it's not easy when there's construction, but maybe next time we'll go around when it's actually finished and kind of get the full effect. But you also have on the MnDOT website, people can check out, maybe get tips on how to drive the roundabout and just more information on a roundabout.
Correct. We have the signage that we use on the roundabouts, and kind of how you follow through them, and the brochures and everything. So that's a good spot to go.
All right, and again, this should be open by the week of July 15th, and should be well on its way for WeFest.
Correct. Yep. Their schedule is to open up the 18th around there that weekend. So now we got the payloader coming back this way. So I'm going to tuck out of the way and let him through.
All right. And we're Hometown Happenings on the roundabout in Detroit Lakes with Jesse Miller from MnDOT. I'm Carol McCarthy. I'll see you next time on Hometown Happenings.